Hey everyone, today I'm going to draw this guy in Procreate on the iPad Pro. iPad Pro? On the iPad Pro. So I started this piece and thinking I would do a stylized portrait, but in the end it turned out to be quite a not realistic study, but it was a bit of a hybrid, and I think I struggled with that, wrestling between trying to do a stylized portrait and ending up with something a little bit more of a study. You'll see that the eyes, I've started out with the eyes quite a bit larger than they are on the model. I struggled quite a bit with that back eye because I think subconsciously I was trying to make it match the model, and that kept on bringing it further and further away from a stylized piece, which I'm okay with. I think I'm happy with the end result, but next time I think I would start out with an idea in mind for exactly what I want to do with the piece, because it will make it a lot easier. You'll see I keep rubbing out that back eye, and I've not done many portraits in Procreate at this point, and you'll see I keep doing a lot of undo. For future portraits, that's something I'd like to avoid and try and use Procreate as I would a sketchpad. I think it ultimately will help with drawing in general if you treat it, instead of clicking undo, if you rub it out and try it again. So for this drawing I was using the Derwent sketching pencil, which comes with Procreate, to do all the outlines. And once I'd sort of got the outlines done, that wash and do with the hair, and ultimately what I do with the shadows are on the jaw. I use with the Spectra brush, and that's the stock Procreate brush, and it's in the painting section of the brushes. So once I've got the outline done, I put that wash of value in for the hair, and then start adding a little bit more detail in the hair. Just pulling out some strands, and I'm trying to think of hair. I do pull out a few strands of hair, but you'll see it's quite chunky. Those sort of highlights and shadows are quite chunky brush strokes. I don't think you need to depict every strand of hair. Like, you can just see I've done a few flicks of lines at the front and a few at the back, and for me that's I quite enjoy that. It's enough to show that it's hair. So there's that little wash of shadow, and again I didn't really know, I was going for a stylized piece, so I wasn't observing the shadows exactly as they were. I've sort of got the light. I've only got 3 tones really. I've got the light of the face and the neck, the dark of the hair and the eyebrows and the iris, and then I've got that sort of mid-tone, very simple stylized shadow. And then I'm just sort of adding a little bit more detail into the hair, just pulling out a few of the highlights. Again, not drawing every single brush stroke, every single hair, just a few here and there, just to add a little bit of interest and detail, not too much though. I'm just tidying up a little bit, darkening the darks on the eyebrows and in the mouth, and then just finalising the shadows a little bit. So it ended up being sort of a hybrid between a stylised portrait and a study, but I'm quite happy with how it turned out. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.